Hey guys, Romie here. So please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 13. Jamaican me crazy. Really? Anyway, the episode starts off with where it left off, which is Jock is there. So now people are starting to leave because Treasure is there. People don't really like Treasure, and when I say people, I mean Jessica Dime, because Dime knows Treasure, or at least knows enough about her to know that she's not going to like her. It's this whole issue of it's a complete ambush because Jock is there, and then Waka comes on stage. He starts to go and do his song. I'm like, oh, this song's fire. I was like, bass, bass, bass. And then people are like, we're not too sure who you are exactly, but hey, this is the type of place you can go on stage and just start jamming with, as long as the music is good, we're rocking. So then he wants to go off with Tammy somewhere else. And then we see Kirk. Because it's like, well, I'm not alone, Jock says. And then Kirk is there. I said, oh. So now Rasheeda goes and leaves. And Mimi was just like, oh, so you go. Okay, good. All right, I need to go and call Eva anyway. Good night, people. Jessica Dime wants to get up because she's done with this whole Treasure chick. Carly Red's irritated because she's trying to figure out why is Jock there. Kirk is irritated because he understands that Rasheeda said that she only wants to speak to him if they have a paternity test done, which he hasn't done yet. So now Tammy is talking to Waka, and Waka's just like, so yeah, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Of course, I wasn't gonna just go and you be on this girl trip without me. If I heard some of the fellas going, of course I had to go with. And she just said, you know what? Even though this is a girl's trip and it's kind of weird that you're here, I can't lie. I like that you're here. I like that you're here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Even though I'm supposed to be mad, I'm not. Now, like I said, things turn left once all the other guys are there, except for Jessica Dime. Dime's like, wait a minute. So we have these three here, the Three Stooges, and her dude isn't here? No, she did not say that. And no, they're not the Three Stooges, because I'm okay with Waka, and obviously I'm okay with her dude, Sean. Now, Jock, he's doing this for TV, so he's fine as well. He gets a pass. Kirk's actually the only one that I'm like, we see this montage of Joseline. Joseline's with Baby Bella, with Bonnie Bella, I should say, and because this isn't Empire, she's with Bonnie Bella, and Bonnie Bella's so cute. We see the montage of when Joseline got pregnant the first time with Stevie J, at least on camera, and Stevie's just like, well, you have a lot of stuff going on right now, so I don't think a baby's the best thing. And Stevie did ask her, is it his? Now we see again when she tells Stevie that she's pregnant, and she proves it again with the pregnancy test, and he was just like, is it his? And she says, no, I'm not giving up my baby. And a lot of people kind of forgot that the first time. I think a lot of people didn't believe that it was real when it happened. Joseline's just so happy, though, that she has the baby, that Stevie wants to be in his daughter's life. And that's what she's going to focus on. I said, that's great. That's perfect. How long is this going to last? Because I said, this kumbaya stuff, this is fake. You still need to apologize to the other side of the family. You went and did some really tacky, messed up stuff. Now, Rasheeda, she's walking. No, first off, they're in Montego Bay. We see this beautiful aerial shot closing in. I said, oh my God, look at that water. I want to go back. Back home. Look at that water. It's nasty over here. Well, not where I live, but anyway. I was like, oh. And they have the HD going on. So if it's green, it's greener. If you're tan, you're tanner. And we see Rasheeda. I said, okay. And then we see Kirk. I said, all right, why isn't the scene done over already? So Kirk wants to go and talk. And here's the thing. Rasheeda lets it be known that, Kirk, you don't want to go do the paternity test? Great. Well, there's this guy named Logan. And Logan is saying that he slept with Jasmine too, and that he was actually Jasmine's boyfriend, and that he may be the father. So I may not have to go through you anyway. Kirk said, you know what? I'm going to let bygones be bygones. I'm going to go and jump in front of this. I'll have a paternity test done myself. I'll have it through the lawyer so that there's no shenanigans going on. I mean, no shenanigans going on. And by doing so, maybe I can get back into Rasheeda's good graces. I.e., Rasheeda makes it very clear that they're separated. They're walking by the beach, by the way, at this point. They're separated. So there is no, okay, we're just going to go and be cool with each other again. No. What there is she'll see what happens after the paternity test, and if the baby is his or isn't. I said, Rasheeda, you'd go back regardless because you love this man. This man would have to do something heinous to you or the kids for you to leave at this point. And I said, fine, fine. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Jasmine's back to her old ways. She's in the club because she's trying to make some quick cash since her plan to go and trap Kirk didn't work out so well. So now she has to go trap and scam, trapping and scamming. Since that didn't go so well, now she has to go and make some money again. She's coming from the club. She gets dressed. She's walking the hallway. She walks right past Logan because she sees him in her peripheral. He was in her peripheral. And she walks past him. She leaves the premises. Logan's just like, wait, hold up. Like, oh, so you're trying to go and say that our baby is someone else's? You're trying to go and do that? I said, Logan is coming off opportunistic. I'm not so sure he's the father. I know, obviously, that sounds really dumb because of paternity test. As long as she had sex with him in a certain period of time, that's so that actually matters. But I'm looking at her. I'm looking at him. I'm saying, something about this feels off. Something about this feels really off. He's trying to get all up in her face. I saw that. I'm assuming. I don't know if it was the real Louis Vuitton belt or not. But I said, wait a minute. I said, this whole thing feels like a scam. She's trying to go and fight him. The security's trying to, keep her from going and touching him. He's trying to get in her face. I said, this is enough. End scene. So now we're back in Jamaica. Spice is there. And Spice was invited to this, girls' table. They're going, eating, drinking, being merry. Everyone, and when I say everyone who is a part of this particular trip is there. Which means Mimi is there. Dime is there. Carly Red is there. Melissa is there. Kirk is there. Rasheeda is there. Jock is there. Waka Flocka, Tammy, everyone, Spice. They're all there. And the thing is, now it goes to this weird thing of, they're like, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. Kirk, you're trash. We just want you to know that. We love you for different reasons, but you're trash on this front. So we're not going to go and pretend like, oh, he's just so cool. That's why everyone's quiet. No. We know what you did, and we don't tolerate that mess. Tammy's just like, you already know how to do this over here, so I'm not tolerating that from you. And Rasheeda, when you're ready to jump him, you know I'm ready. You know I'm ready. I've been ready for this one, but Deb got in the way. So I'm going to go after Kirk instead. Just be ready. Jock's just like, yeah, dude, you already know. You already know. But then they looked over at Jock like, so you brought this new person here to go mess with Carly. Carly said, I'm unbothered. I'm unfazed. Now, because they were talking about Rasheeda's relationship, Treasure took it upon herself to start to talk about Rasheeda's relationship and say that she's cool with Kiana. For those of you who've already forgotten who Kiana is the woman who also had sex with Kirk while, him being married to Rasheeda. And she's girlfriend / friends with Jasmine. So now Rasheeda's irritated and Earth like, first of all, no one asked you to go. We don't know you. Secondly, why are you doing all this blabbing, regardless if you have good information or not? Why are you going and doing all this blabbing when, at the end of the day, we don't know you? We barely see it for you. You get on our nerves. And to top it all off, now you're trying to go and interject when it's not your place. It's not your place to do so. Grant, got it. Now, here's how this worked. Everyone's looking at her like, huh? Because she doesn't stop. Even Jock is like, all right, now you're doing a little bit too much. Just cállate la boca. Cállate la boca. Rasheeda gets irked. Now, here's the thing. It's not that Treasure wasn't saying truths. She was. So that's not the issue. That's not what we're debating. I know some people say, oh, well, Rasheeda shouldn't have had such an issue with it. If she's gonna go and still kind of entertain the thought of being with Kirk after everything that he's done, then why can't Treasure go and say what she said? I'll tell you why. She doesn't know who Treasure is. So for Treasure to go and bring up some other woman that Kirk has had sex with in this setting, who thinks it's okay to first go and say that, you know what, I know a thing or two about being a side chick, and because she said it at the table before when she first got there with Jock. So now she's going and doing it again, saying that she understands, but you have to look at the perspective from the side chick. And what actually happened was I was a side chick, and I didn't know it. And then once I found out, I said, oh, okay, eventually. So you didn't do it you didn't bring up the relationship as soon as you heard about. Got it. continue. And I just wanted to go and say from the perspective of, my friend, and also just from the side chick or being perceived as the side chick. And they're like, you know what? That's great and all, honey, but we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that from you. Why are you going and interjecting? She still kept going. Everyone's like, I'm sorry, I don't know you. What's your name? Treasure. Yeah, Treasure. Here's the thing. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. We just want to move on. Well, yeah, but I said, okay, here we go. So then Rasheeda gets up because she's over it. Reality slapping her in the face multiple times. She already knows that Kirk is no good. This reinforces that. And so, of course, she has to leave. I said, okay, Rasheeda, come on now. But there goes Dime. Like, Dime is that friend who fights your battles. And that's what I just have to accept. There's some people that you make sure that everything's cool around you, because if you don't, they will go ape-ish on everyone if they feel like, wait a minute, you're not doing this, you need to stop doing this. I said, Dime, you're in another country. You're in another country. You're on an island, but you're still in another country. Calm yourself. Dime. You don't want to be kicked out of Jamaica. I know the rules have changed over the years, so it's a little, less lenient. But you're on the resort. You may be okay, but relax. No, she goes, yokes up Treasure, gets Treasure's wig, yokes it right off. Everyone is cackling. Even Waka Flocka's like, I'm not usually okay or cool with this type of mess. Waka went and got himself a lobster tail and said, so in other news, I said, so then I was like, hey, here your weave. Jock, of course, because that's supposed to be his friend, his intern, is with her. She's trying to say, you know what? If I'm a hoe, but you are a hoe too. I might be a side chick hoe, but you're still a hoe in general. And Dime said, you know what? But I'm a better one than whatever you are, because I have some type of morals. Being a hoe doesn't mean that you don't have any type of morals. I said, are you really having a hope? And Dime, no, not Dime. Treasure, did you really try to defend yourself by saying that while she's doing all that stupid stuff, that's when she's just stupid. So she's saying all this idiotic stuff about being the side piece and some type of respect, and say, well, it's just the man in general. No, once you know you're the side piece, that's when it becomes your responsibility as well. As long as you own that, I say, okay, at least you know. But when you go and try to make excuses, that's when it becomes an issue for me. That's my actual issue. If you're the side piece, you're the side piece. Because he was looking outwards, you were there. Got it. It could have been someone else. It would have been someone else. Got it. But Treasure, God said, nope, not today. That wig came right off from the wind. They're like, I was like, because you were like, and then Rasheeda's just like, I was about to leave, but even Kirk's just like, oh, you know what? I gotta thank you, Dime. I was thinking, Dime, get him off you. You don't want that root. You don't want that root on you. Get him off you. Get him off you. But it was like, you know what, Dime? I respect you for that, because I'm not the fighting type, but you fought, to defend me, and you didn't like her, so I appreciate you. Everyone's cool. Spice was like, damn, they didn't tell me that this type of mess was gonna happen. We don't throw down like this. I mean, we do, but when in mixed company, no. Well, sometimes. Anyway, now we're back in the States. We have Jasmine. She goes home. Rod's there. Kiana's there, because they're in her apartment. Remember, that's the storyline we're going with. And of course, the baby is there. Camera's there. I was just like, oh, he's so cute. But aside from all that, Rod's upset because he's trying to figure out why is Logan trying to go and do all this mess. Oh, maybe Kirk was the one to go and set Logan up, or Kirk and Rasheeda have him going and doing that to discredit Jasmine. I said, they don't need to do that to discredit Jasmine. They really don't. They really don't. Jasmine did that all by herself. So now Jasmine's like, you know what, this maternity test is going to have to happen sooner rather than later. I'm going to have to go and make sure that the Lord gets him. He keeps ducking, he keeps ducking, he keeps ducking. But he's not going to keep ducking for too much longer. I said, okay. All right. Oh, yeah, by the way, aside from, the whole island theme, my eyes really sensitive to light. I have lights. I have like 3 lights that 2 of them I'm staring directly at because of how the camera's angled and to make sure everything's lit. So I may have to wear glasses from now on. It's not because I think I'm too cool for school. It's because I don't want to go blind. I have really strong eyes and the lights were killing me. So please bear with me. I apologize. Until I can figure out another solution, this is what it's going to have to be. Now, Joseline goes and has a play date with Lovely Mimi. And Lovely Mimi got to see Bonnie Bella, which is great. But Lovely Mimi, and of course Lovely Mimi's kids are there. The issue is that Lovely Mimi talks about how, I just wanted to see if there was any way you and Tommy could come back together. And she was like, well, Tommy didn't come to my women empowerment shoot. She said, that's great and all, but Tommy couldn't do that since you have the restraining order against her. You both have restraining orders or orders of protection, and because of that, she can't. Why is Joseline acting like she doesn't know that? Because Joseline lives in a fairy tale world. Joseline, all she hears is, oh my gosh, the ratings for The Real shot up when I was on there, so now they want me back, because they're thinking of possibly making me a permanent host, which I heard as well at the time. She hasn't been back since. I mean, she's had a lot of shenanigans going on, so maybe that's why they don't want her back on there, even though the show needs an extra spice. It does. It's fine with the 4. I don't watch it anymore, but in this whole conversation, things took a turn because Lovely Mimi had to realize that Joseline told her, don't become the next Carly Red, because that'll get you chin-checked. That'll get you chin-checked by yours truly. Joseline said, you need to stay out of her business. You need to stay out of her business. Just be a friend, be cool, but don't do too much. Because if you continue to do too much, who knows what's going to happen to you? Now, I said, Joseline doesn't like to be told when she's wrong. Especially by someone who she doesn't take too serious. So, Lovely Mimi had to look of, okay. Okay, yeah, I don't want to get hit. Okay, I'm not really about that life. Now, Treasure is upset. She's in her room, and Jock said, I apologize. I didn't expect any of that to happen. But my issue with you is that how are you going to go and say that stuff? What makes you think that it's appropriate to say that stuff? Well, I thought it was an open form of communication because you guys were all there. You guys were all there. And I just figured that maybe I could just go and speak my piece. I said, you want to do what? You want to do? No. What really made you think that it would be okay to say the things that you said? That's terrifying. The thought that you thought that you could get away with saying those things to someone you don't know because, oh my gosh, sharing is caring. He said, you know what? And that's the issue with you. Hasta luego. Because I can't deal with this. I can't deal with you. I can't do this. You're supposed to be cool. I thought you were smarter than this. No, don't degrade me. You did that yourself. You called yourself a hoe. You called yourself a side piece. You were going and trying to rep for the side pieces of America. Come on now. So now that's done. Jock has a new group of groupies. I don't know where he got them from. I really don't know where he got them from. They're on this boat ride. And you know what happens on the boat ride? Multiple things. One, Sean is there, which is Jessica Dime's boo. And she was just so happy. But yeah, she wasn't. She didn't lose her mind because she made sure she held on to that drink for dear life. I said, I know that's right. Who was it? Someone had to get the drink out for her. Like, girl, stop it. She said, I was feeling a little lonely. And this is where we get the confirmation that that Waka Flocka and Sean were really close. So then that's when the ladies are like, oh, well, it's a good thing we came together because we can't be warned and our dudes are close. And I'm like, okay, that's great. That's great and all. We get to this coming to Jesus moment where Jock and Carly, they don't really make amends because there's nothing to make amends for. There isn't. Joss is talking about how he's going to go and get Carly and And I said, that's great and all. That's cool. Next scene there were some other things that happened on the boat as well, but it was just lighthearted and fun. They had the moment. They kind of laughed about Treasure and the mess, and we hear Tammy's music. We hear more of it. I said, okay, cool. cool. I actually like her voice, so cool, cool. Um, Aside from that, Waka's like, of course, I'm there to support. Everyone's just happy, vibing. They're like, they knew what she could do, so it's just happy she's sharing it with the world. You know what's also being shared? The fact that Jessica Dime got engaged to by Sean. And she was like, guess he was like, you know what? Guess what I have? I'm like, what? Oh, your grandmother's ring? Oh, okay, cool. Why you? Wait, you getting all down one knee? Abby, she was crying. She was crying. She was so happy. She almost fell. She's like, yes. And they're talking about how they know each other for years. That her mom was actually his teacher. So they really knew each other. And of course, Rasheeda's like, oh man, that's so beautiful. It's nice to see your relationship working out and someone getting love and happily ever after. Carly felt the same way. And again, they just are gonna like bygones be bygones, have a good old time. They're going back to the States, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week. Let the foolery continue. These glasses are hilarious.